Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Your Music Live, brought to you by our friends at DistroKid. Let's kick things off with Shine from Alfonso.
Just make it with your soul. Feelings around will be fine. If the world is getting so cold, just make it turn upside down. Hold the magic we've made bright, watching the stars that shine tonight. Oh, the magic we've made bright, watching the stars that shine tonight. How could you break all these spells? People are tired of this mess. Stop driving without wheels. Like this you won't see the end. All the magic we've made bright, watching the stars that shine tonight. All the magic we've made bright, watching the stars that shine tonight. All the magic we've made bright, watching the stars that shine tonight.
Yes, there you go. Alfonso with Shine. What a way to kick things off here today, hey? Very cool tune. Very nicely done there. And yeah, just someone said Lenny Kravitz. Does have a bit of a Lenny Kravitz kind of vibe. There you go. Russ says that slapped me in the ears and woke me up. Yeah, really nice visuals there. Really nice tune. And yeah, I couldn't think of a better way to kick us off. Welcome to Your Music Live. If it's your first time here, what's this show all about? Well, it's an opportunity for us to play your music and play it live. Yeah, the explanation's in the title. We are brought to you once again by our friends at DistroKid. If you're an independent musician, you're looking to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, all the places for less than $20 a year, DistroKid can hook you up and you can release an unlimited amount of music. And even better, if you use the link up there or down in the description, you'll save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Hello everyone, thanks for being here, and for those that are here live, I hope you're doing well. If you're watching on the replay, don't worry, we love you just as much. We've got some pretty darn cool tunes coming up here today, so I hope you can settle in, relax, grab a beverage of choice, and we'll get started. Why don't we kick into tune number 2 here for today. We'll read the details on this one. By the way, yes, that was Alfonso. The benefit of going first is that you get played first. Does mean that people are usually saying hello to each other and you don't get as much feedback about your music, but I think you can agree that that Alfonso tune was very cool. Let's take a listen to a tune from Monoheart. It says, "Hi Pete, I discovered your show and would like to thank you for what you do for emerging artists. Infinity is a boost of adrenaline and energy, and the video shows some hidden gems of Rome, Italy that usually tourists don't even know exist." Very cool. You get a tune and you get some Italian tourism going on here as well. So why don't we jump in, take a listen to this tune from Monoheart here on Your Music Live. If you weren't woken up by Alfonso, you are awake now, yeah? How cool is that? And there's more to it as well. If you're new to the show, we only play 1 minute to 2 minutes of each track. It's just enough to give you that taste so that you can then go and explore these artists yourself in your own time, because all of them will be linked down in the description. As we go, I throw the link down below. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. So we can you can go and check out all these artists, and if you miss out on them, or if you think that they're really cool, then you can jump in and take a listen to them. Yeah, very good. Nice full mix. Agree. Just sounded really nice, didn't it? Really well put together. And again, when you have the visuals to go along with something like that, it's very, very cool. It makes the a cool tune even better when you have things like that. Let's keep the party kicking along, shall we? And grab ourselves another tune here. Our friend here says, this song is an instrumental about driving up and down the mountain roads in Hawaii. We've got a world tour going on here. Or more precisely, what I imagine it would be like, having never actually been there. Love it a lot. Let's jump in and take a listen to this. This is from Tombola, and it is a tune, Tombola Nova. It's a tune called Hana Switchback, and we're going to listen to it live, right here, right now, on Your Music Live. There you go. I certainly feel like I'm driving somewhere. Very cool. Floating down a river music, says Amorosia. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the guitar is great. The mix of the guitar and the bass and everything going on there, really cool. Yeah, exactly as SM Borthwick says here. Love the bass in this. The guitars are very cool too. Real driving tune. Great use of sounds. Oh, are we not off to an absolute flying start? That's 3 tracks that you are going to want to go back and listen to again. And once again, if you want to do that, you can do that down in the description. If you are looking to submit a song of your own, we have a full quota for this week and probably next week. We are really having a lot of folks submitting tunes, which is great, but it just means that you need to employ some patience for your song to be played. So just jump into the link, which is linked in the chat there. It's also down in the description. There's plenty of places you can find it, or just go to studiolivetoday.com/YML. Follow the prompts. It's as simple as that. This should be a racing game. Absolutely. It did sound a bit like a driving game, like just cruising along. Listening to that sort of tune. Very cool. All right, let's jump in and take a listen to a tune from Evan. Evan says, this was written at a time where I felt as though I was trying too hard to write something that could have been considered radio friendly. I should note almost all the music I submit was written with the lyrics in mind. However, since I cannot sing, I have remained instrumentals. There you go. So you know what that means. It means that people probably try and sing along, because I've done that a few times. I've heard some really cool tunes and I'm like, ooh, this would work well with vocals like this, and I tend to sing along. So apologies in advance if I do that, because I've been known to. This is a SoundCloud track. This is Evan. This is a song called Trying Too Hard, a GarageBand original song. Let's give it a spin right here, right now, live on Your Music Live. Very nicely done there, yeah. Very powerful guitars. QB the Penguin in the house. Yeah, nice arrangement. And yeah, it just fairly anthemic. Anthemic? Is that the word? How do you say that? Anthemic. It's like an anthem, right? Yeah, a lot of dynamics. And you can really imagine some, almost like Chris Martin, Coldplay. Oh, like some really epic vocals over the top of that. Yeah, I didn't sing along because I didn't want to. I didn't want to do any discredit. But yeah, very cool indeed. Interesting stuff. As Michael says, nice flow to this. Interesting sounds. Yeah, I like that beat. That do 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 do. Yeah, I like it a lot. Singing to myself, absolutely. Yeah, and as Joe says, drives along, and the drums made it. I think the drums just drove that beat and made it sound super cool. So thank you, Evan. That will be linked down below as well. Let's continue on here. We've got too many cool songs and not enough time to get through them. So we're going to go into another song from Kronk Song. So this is our friend Kronk Song. We played a tune of theirs, I think, last week or a couple of weeks ago. We're going to play another one here today. In fact, I think you've submitted... I'm so far behind that I've got a couple here for some people. So if I get to you and then I get to another one of your songs, obviously we'll hit pause and I'll keep it in the backlog for a future show. But yeah, and Coldplay vibe, exactly. That's what I thought there, Alejandro. I thought it was a bit Coldplay. So definitely getting that pop kind of vibe. Let's jump in and take a listen to this track. So our friend Kronk Song says, just came up with a simple riff and got straight onto GarageBand. I think the rather strange name was subconsciously inspired by one of the guitar sounds. I then discovered a free video app, which I had to try out. This is the end result. And we are going to listen to it. It's called Gargle. And it is from Mark, better known as Kronk Songs. Let's take a listen here on Your Music Live. That's some very cool guitar sounds, right? I agree. Really does sound awesome. Love the visuals, love the guitar sounds. So who was it said they had a watery tone? Yeah, so as Andy says, so many guitar tones blended perfectly there. Really nice reverb. Who said that here? Danny Broderick says a nice reverb there on the guitar. Wolfstone Studio, very funky vibe. Nicely built tune with funky guitars. Really nicely done. Very funky groove. Definitely a few unique chords and rhythmic patterns going on. Agree. Nice and funky. Getting your funk on. So we've had a pretty good range of very cool tunes. Today seems to be a bit more of a upbeat kind of funky vibe going on, right? It's weird. We go in like pockets like that where things sort of start funky, stay funky, keep going funky. Speaking of funky, a guy who I think is one of the funkiest guys going around is our friend Russ. Russ 8889, which as I learned recently is when he started making music. So he's been making music for a long, long time. Sorry, Russ, don't mean to age you out there, my friend. But he has been making music for a while, and he submitted a tune here. Now, Russ, you did submit... I had a tune here which I think I played last week, but I'm going to play your most recent tune because there was a couple in the list there. So I'm jumping in playing your most recent one. If you do have another one that I've missed, feel free to resubmit it for a future week. But I like the look of this one. Played it last night. My kids really dug the video and the tune as well. So let's come in and take a listen to Russ with a tune called Gravitational Interaction, and we're going to listen to it live here on Your Music Live. How easy is it to get lost in the sounds of a Russ tune, right? I forget that I'm doing a show and I'm just sitting back here just nodding along to the beat. And then I realized that I should probably continue hosting a show and playing some more tunes because we got so many to get through here today. But as I keep mentioning, but if you're just jumping into the channel, just jumping into the show, jump down below because all of the tunes that we play here today, we will list down below. And I've just realized, yes, I have. I thought I'd missed putting one of the songs that we played in here, but no, we've got it in there. We'll save that one in. So go back and take a listen to Russ and all of Russ's cool. This does deserves 10 carats for sure. That's a lot of carrot love there. Hello, hippie, metalhead hippie in the house. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on around here on Studio Live today. I do appreciate you. And as I always do at the end of this show, I know we have some overlap, but I do send folks over. If this isn't enough for you, then you can head over to the Hippies show straight after this one and check out even more tunes from more very cool artists. So we will let you know where to go at the end of the show. Alrighty, we're going to slide on down here and we're going to play something. Let's go with something a little bit different here, shall we? Jumping around a little bit because, where are we? Now I say that and then I've lost the spot. Let's play a tune here from Brian Mendoza. I'm pretty sure I've seen around the channel. Maybe you're not here live, but I've seen you commenting lately and hanging out around the community. So we're going to jump in and play a tune. This is a tune called Unforgettable. And Brian says, I was going through a deep depression with making music and I kept asking myself if I will ever make music that I'm proud of. I'm slowly crawling out of that depression, but the feeling it will certainly be unforgettable for me, which is where I got the title and name for this song. When I hear it, I feel like I can escape to a different world. I think many of us can relate to that. Music can indeed be that escape that you need sometimes to a different world, a pleasant distraction from some of the stuff that may go on. So let's take a listen to Unforgettable, Brian Mendoza, here on Your Music Live. helps if you have your microphone up when you come back. Very cool indeed. Appreciate video game vibes. Exactly. Cheerful little tune going on there. And yeah, I can hear some upbeat vibes going on in that one. Very cool. Very, very nicely done. The groove is nice and yeah, very, very nicely done. Good work. Tom says, yeah, video game. It's got a 8-bit video game synth kind of sounds. Yeah, almost a little bit of a the piano sounded a bit like 90s dancey hip hop type music. But yeah, video gaming for sure. But well done, Brian. And as I say, music, when you're feeling great, music is great. It's awesome. When you're not feeling so cool, then music can be the ultimate healer, can't it? It's very, very cool in all of those ways. I'm leaving Dan Ekberg's name up there on the screen because I'm going to jump in and play one of his tunes. Dan says this is an acoustic cover of the Nine Inch Nails song "Every Day Is Exactly the Same." My friend Becca and I recorded it on a friend's multi-track recorder about 10 years ago. It was a fun experience with many beers down, and my wife was not happy that I was pretty much the whole day. It was only supposed to be a couple of hours. Once again, hands up who's been there, where you're like, oh, I'm just going to do a recording session. I'll just be an hour. 8 hours later, yeah, you're still going. It happens. Let's come in and take a listen to this one. This is Dan Ekberg with an acoustic Nine Inch Nails cover of "Every Day Is Exactly the Same" on Your Music Live.
I can see the future, 'cause I repeat the same routine. I think I used to have a purpose, but then again, there might have been a dream. I think I used to have a voice, now I never make a sound. I just do what I've been told. I really don't want them to come around. Oh no. Every day is exactly the same. Every day is exactly the same. There is no love here, and there is no pain. Every day is exactly the same. I can feel their eyes are watching, in case I lose myself again. Sometimes I think I'm happy here. Sometimes, yet I still pretend. I can't remember how this got started, but I can tell you exactly how it will end. Every day is exactly.
There you have it. Dan Ekberg with his friend Becca on the backing vocals there as well. Every day is exactly the same. And a few people expressing in the comments that that perhaps that was a precursor to some of the challenges that many of us are having here at the moment. As Thomas says, yeah, I like it. My ears shift from left to right. Tickles the eardrums nicely. Absolutely. Like it a lot. Nice one, Dan. Very nice cover. Very well done. I agree. And there's a few folks that have said very John Lennon. Yeah, definitely Lennon. Lennon lives. A bit of John Lennon vibes going on there. So there you go. Pretty nice compliment for you there, Dan. John Lennon. Nothing to live up to or anything, right? But just that you're sound a bit like John Lennon. Speaking of John Lennon, but not at all, I'm going to play this tune, and then we'll hear from our friends at DistroKid, because I want to talk about a DistroKid feature. As we do, we have a feature topic every week. In case you're not familiar with the platform, I'm going to show you some cool things, and this week I'm going to show you something that can help you make sure your music is as many places as possible. So there you go. That's a little tease coming up after that. But before that, I got a song to play, and that is a tune here from Thomas Gallane. Now, Thomas Gallane, have we played? I think we might have played you once before here on the show, Thomas. I'm familiar with Thomas and his work over on the GarageBand Users Facebook group, the Create, Record, Release Facebook group, and Thomas says the following. This track tells the story of being invited to a dance. However, you get way more than you bargained for. Can you survive a dance that isn't suited for mortals? Can you get out of this mess without losing your sanity? Would you ever want to afterwards? We shall see. If that is not the best introduction to a song, I kind of don't know what is. So let's take a listen to The Waltz of the Madman. This is our friend Thomas Gallane, and you're going to hear it live right here, right now on Your Music Live.
On a breezy evening, you beckon me in need of saving. You don't know how to dance, and you'd like to learn from me. I'll show you the ropes. Just follow my footsteps. You'll be fine, I swear. I just hope that your spine can bend like mine, And it goes like da-dee-da-dee-da. Dance with me, dance with me. Will you dance with me, dance with me? Now that you've got the hang of it, I see a flaw. Your sanity's holding you back. Every sane man has an itch in their skull. Have they all even scratched out or feel what they might be called? What they might be called. But the truth will set you free if you dance with me. You'll see the angels break chains and rip at their wings when
It's almost impossible to turn that down once you start listening to it. But you're just going to have to go and listen to the rest of it. It's melancholic and dark and in all the best kind of ways. Look at that glitching out there. Oh yeah. So cool. You have to go and check it out. Yeah, a little bit of a scary vibe to it, isn't it? Yeah, the first time I sort of watched this video, I'm like, what's going on? Is something going wrong with my monitor there? Because that's usually what happens when we do that. And that piano leading into the waltz is just like, wow. Yeah, and Thomas. So I've been following Thomas's music and his progress for a couple of years now, and I think it's fair to say, Thomas, when you started out, you were lacking in a bit of confidence. You definitely had all the skills, you definitely had all the talent, and could construct these amazing pieces. But I think your confidence in your own voice wasn't quite there. Let me tell you, my friend, you need not worry about having confidence in your voice. That is a voice that cuts through in the best possible way. So, very well done, and thank you for doing that. Yeah, unplug your monitor and blow in the pins like the old Nintendo cartridges. Got to blow in it to get it working. Righty dokie, let's jump in. So, DistroKid are an amazing company. They support this show right here. You can go to that link, distrokid.com/VIP/Pete Johns, and for just $19.99 per year, you can release your own music to as many platforms as you can possibly imagine. In fact, to all of these platforms. So one of the cool features of DistroKid is that when you release your song, it goes out and you can choose where you want to send it to. Now, I just choose to send it everywhere because why wouldn't you want your music on every available platform? But here's the thing. There are new platforms being added all the time. But what you can do is go back to your old releases and add them to new stores. So if a new store pops up, a new platform, a new streaming platform, and your song's not on it, guess what? You can go back in time and do it. Let's show you how. So here's all of the music that I've released over the last 5 years. It's quite a lot. It's something like 20 singles, four EPs, in fact, and a whole bunch of singles. And one album. So if I say grab this song here, you can see different songs have been released to different numbers of platforms because the platforms come and go over time. So say I want to grab this tune, No Apologies, and I want to check if it's on all the different places that it should be. What I can do is scroll on down here, and you'll see here, here's all the stores that it's in. It's in all of these places, and you can link to exactly where you can go to listen to it. Or I can hit this button here and add it to more stores. And check this out. I can add it to NetEase, to Tencent, to Triller, to Soundtrack by Twitch, and I can get this song added to all of those. I just hit the add button. I could add it to Shazam, but that's going to be an extra $1 per year. I'll leave that off for now. But for free, I can just hit the add button here, and boom, that's going to go away, and I'll get a notification saying that's being added to the stores, and once it's available, it'll be there. So you can set it to automatically do this. There's something called the Store Optimizer that you can actually add down here, which is $7.95 a year. So that means DistroKid will do all of this for you. Every time a new platform comes out, it adds it to you. But you know what? You can kind of do it yourself. You can come in here to My Music. You can choose your song. Let's choose something really old that I haven't changed for a while. What about this single Be Cool? This doesn't look like it's on enough platforms. So we'll click that one. We'll scroll on down to the stores. We'll hit add to more stores, and here we go. Yeah, we got a heap more. So we can put this on TikTok, Twitch, Triller, all these places. Hit add, and that's done. So just another way that DistroKid can help you out. It can get your song on as many places, and that can only help you promote your tunes, because you never know when someone's going to stumble across your song on some platform you may not have heard of, but they have and they use all the time. So DistroKid for the win, and we do thank DistroKid for supporting independent artists by contributing to your music live. Let's jump in and take a listen to our next tune. I'm going to scroll back on up. Kev, let's jump in and take a listen to this. Kev says, written and recorded by myself in tribute to my... Oh no, we've heard that one of Morpeth in Northampton. We did. We heard that one last week. I just didn't. I didn't tag it off. So apologies, Kev. We did actually play that one. At least I'm pretty sure we did. If I didn't, I won't mark it off yet because maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't play it. We'll jump into this one instead. So Goon Galaxy, and I definitely have seen you here in the chat here today. Goon Galaxy, sir. This is one called Supreme Goonie Deluxe. It is a prog instrumental inspired by blotted science and modern prog metal, utilizing jazz concepts. It also combats 5G. I love the sense of humor of this group of folks around here. Yeah, combats 5G. So there you go. If you're having any issues with 5G, then this is going to help you. Goon Galaxy's got you covered. So let's come in here and take a listen to this. So I've got windows flying everywhere. I'll just bring this one over here and this one over here and move that one down there, and we're good. We're back. We're in business. Let's come in here, take a listen to this one. This is Goon Galaxy with Supreme Goonie Deluxe. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live. There you go. Very sick playing indeed. Stuff that I can't do. I'm a little in awe of folks who can shred in that way. And I know I've come out against shredding in the past, but inappropriate shredding that doesn't match the tune you're playing. The stuff that Goon Galaxy does, and you should definitely go and check out all of the rest of Goon Galaxy's catalog on their YouTube channel, which is linked down in the description. But the stuff that they do is super, super cool. Always really clean videos, really clean sound, and just, amazing stuff to just sit back and chill to. So thank you for sharing that. Like all of the songs we play here will be linked down in the description. So again, if you want to support the artists who are creating and sharing their music, then go ahead and check them out. They're down below. Capsalam said something cool here. As we're talking about DistroKid, said, I just saw some people who made videos with my Gamer Girl song on TikTok now. It's crazy fun. Yeah. And that, as we just showed there, that video, My Song Imagination, wasn't on TikTok. I've just submitted it there. That can now go on there. Who knows what someone may want to do with that? They may want to grab that song and do a crazy TikTok dance, and then suddenly your song's out there to the world. And you can have your own opinion on these platforms, but at the end of the day, if you want to release your music and you want to get yourself out there, why wouldn't you be as many places as you can? And that's what our friends at DistroKid can help you do. Righto, let's continue on here and grab another tune, shall we? Where was that one? All right, let's jump in here. We've got this one from Gigi and the Straits. It says, recorded in GarageBand iOS, which we're always a fan of, on my iPad with no gear, only the built-in mic, and using lyrics from freesonglyrics2.com. There you go. I've never heard that there's a free song lyrics site, but I'm going to have to check that out. That might be good for some people to get some ideas for some song lyrics. Let's come in and take a listen to this one, shall we? This is Gui and the Straits, a little tune called Happy Little Game. Let's listen to it live on your Music Live.
2, 3, 4. Happy cheeky little boys, they'll need their little toys. Cheeky sassy little girls want the boys to see their curls. And we all play the game, and we all play the same. And we're happy when we play, so we play our lives away. Sneaky little boys, they must have their little joys. Dirty, flirty little girls.
How cool is that? Very nice indeed. Yeah, a bit of a late Beatles kind of vibe, relaxing kind of tune. And I'm intrigued. I need to find out what this freesonglyrics.com is. Does that mean they use that to just grab lyrics and put it together into a song? That sounds like something cool. Sounds like a writer's block tool and aid that could be very, very cool. And yeah, not again, I forgot about that. Not bad for the iPad. Exactly. It just shows to go you what you can actually do. You don't need all the gear to get a very cool tune like that and to get a really good vibe, because your iPad can do the job. A little bit of processing, and I agree, Gary. How cool was that rub on the strings? That sort of that little scrape that you had there, not in a bad way, but it was just really, really cool. I forgot about it. Exactly. I forgot that it was just on the iPad. And again, that's what I want to get through. Listen to this music. If you listen to any, unless you know the behind the scenes, do you know if this was made in GarageBand, on an iPhone or an iPad, on a Mac or a PC, or in, a $100,000 studio? The reality is it simply doesn't matter. because if you dig a tune and the vibe of it's cool, then it's a cool tune. So don't stress yourself out with what you're creating with. I think too many folks worry about what's being used to make the song as opposed to whether the song actually slaps or does not slap. But let's continue on because we got more songs to get to. And this one's from Hey, it's Noah. And hey, it's Noah. Noah says, I made this song with GarageBand on my iPhone 7. You know what? SoundCloud is not auto-playing this week. I don't know what I did, but it's not doing it. On my iPhone 7, and I tried to practice lo-fi hip-hop. There's no real meaning to it. I wanted to make something that I think sounds good. And that, at the end of the day, is what you need to do. So let's take a listen to this tune from Hey, it's Noah, and it's called Feels Good, and we're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. Very nice vibe and relaxing little tune from Hey, it's Noah. Feels good, and it does indeed. It feels good to listen to that. Feeling like I'm running backwards. Yeah, very nice and chill tune there. Thank you for sharing. I know I'm all relaxed now. And yeah, the chords are very cool. Ambient hip hop. Yeah, I felt like doing a bit of a oh yeah, but I didn't. Because then I'll get into some hey girl, and then we'll be just lost. It'll be the end for everyone. Speaking of the end for everyone, I have no segue for this next track, but it's by Kev. Kev Hart. And Kev Hart, we know, hits it hard, yeah. And he's using Slaps. So if you're not familiar with Slaps, it is the social media platform brought to you by DistroKid. It is very cool. It's like SoundCloud 10 years ago when SoundCloud was a bit cooler, let's be honest. So it is a free social media sharing platform for your music. It's very cool. You should join it, slaps.com. And Kev Hart, our man Kev, has shared a tune. Kev says the following. He says, all recorded in GB, went for something a little less furious, but only slightly. Yeah, if we know Kev's tune, it's not going to be much less furious, but we'll find out. Let's not judge before we hit the button here. So Kev Hart with a tune called Falling on Knives. Let's take a listen to it here on Your Music Live.
Let's go! Fall
A little less furious. Oh yeah, that was the fury there. Yes, very, very cool. Very nicely done. Yeah, he is going for a rest after this. I know. And it just goes to show. It's interesting actually. One moment. It's interesting because yeah, I play a tune and it goes from like all gamuts, right? We could play the most chilled, relaxing tune, and then we play that, and then that's intense. And I could almost see like some people jumping on board and they're just like, yeah, this rocks, and other people will sort of move away and be a little bit less engaged, and then it will go to a different genre. And I think that's the cool thing about a show like this is that yeah, it's everything, and it opens up your mind. Like I've listened to a lot of different types of music since I started doing this, but yeah, it's so cool to have so many different types and styles of music. Fast and Furious. Question from Rob. I was going to ask you, Rob, actually, because I was going through the tunes last night. So yeah, so thank you, Kev. That rocked and that slapped big time. Yeah, I was going to ask you last night. I was going to ask you, Rob, because I was going through last night and I did find two songs, and I put a little mark there saying which one will I play. I'll probably play the newer one. So you're saying here, yeah, your new artist name, Rob Caruso. I love the name. So why don't we? There you go. I love the serendipity of this. Let's go and find Rob's tune now, because you were coming up, but it was the one you submitted a while ago that was coming up here for a playback. So I will skip past that, and we will find this one, which I think is down here. Rob B. So that was you there, and then I think there we go, Rob Caruso. See, I've got it marked here. So this is a cut down version I'd like you to play. There you go. It's Rob B with my new artist name, Rob Caruso. All right, let's get into it and take a listen to this tune, shall we? This is Rob B, now known as Rob Caruso, and it's called Maestro Midnight Sky. Maestro Midnight Sky, something that it's very difficult to say, apparently for me at least. Let's jump in and take a listen. Rob Caruso, live on Your Music Live.
Last Friday night, you know what I mean. Like a morning sun, she just walked in. Singing the song, there's a look in her eye. And she flies back into the night. I've been singing the songs for so long. Long live love, what I'm dreaming of. Sunday night, I'm feeling okay. Like a summer breeze, she comes my way. Conversation moves right out of the bar. Then we're driving in her car. I've been singing songs for so long. Long live love.
See? All types. We rock out hard with Kev, and then Rob brings us back with a little bit of laid back mellow tunage there. Very nicely done. Says Tom likes it. Goon Galaxy. Welcome aboard, by the way. I did see that you jumped in late, but you hopefully you caught your song being played there. Yeah, now this is a vibe. This is cool. Cool, better than cool, greatest. There you go. And it does. It sounds very full mix. And I like there was a few little instruments in behind there. I'll have to take another listen to really get the vibe of it. But there was very, very cool. Let's continue on here and find our next tune. All right, I'll mark that one off as done. and I'll put a mark there and say that one's done as well. Let's jump into our next one. So Michael, aka Zealand Band, says a track called "Begin from the Beginning," a simple story of creation in 107 seconds. See, Michael's hacked the algorithm here on Your Music Live. He knows that if you make a song that is around about a minute to a minute and a half, there's a very good chance that I'll play the whole thing. And I would like to thank Michael as well for all of the support that he's given here on the channel for quite a while now. It's awesome. And you're now one of my newest patrons as well. So Michael's joined the Patreon crew over at patreon.com/PeteJohns, and that helps us out. You know why it helps us out? I'll do the joke. I do it every time. This is what we look like without your help. Without the support of this community, we can't keep the lights on. But thanks to folks like Michael, aka Zealand Band, which I will never forget the name of again, we can keep the lights on around here. So let's begin from the beginning and play this song from the beginning. This is Michael, aka Zealand Band, on Your Music Live. There you go, Michael, aka Zealand Band, with a very nice, dreamy sound. Exactly, very nice, cool, mellow tune here to just change it up again. Provocative, exactly, very provocative, very ethereal, a very nice touch indeed. This one is good, very nicely done. Yeah, almost hypnotic. I know, with that that heartbeat sound in there, with the big kick in there. Very, very cool. Very evocative. Evocative and provocative. Does evocative and provocative, do those words mean different things, or are they kind of the same thing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. All right, let's mark these off. I realized I haven't marked off that one, which was our friend Thomas Gallane. Let's jump in to our next tune, shall we? Where are we? There we go. I'm getting better at this, but I still struggle a little bit. I need to make sure I knob these off. That doesn't sound right, the word. Let's play a song. Pete's losing his words. Let's play a song, and let's play QB the Penguin. So QB's become a bit of a fixture here on the show. If you're new to the show, QB the Penguin kind of came out of nowhere. Had never heard of QB before, and I think it was episode 1 or 2. Just get this random email saying, "Hey, I'm QB the Penguin. Here's a song." And I started playing QB songs, and QB's got a bit of a cult following here. So get those penguin emojis in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. And QB says this: "This is my first time entering the realm of the acoustic, where I've used GarageBand's guitar and bass. Hope you enjoy it." Let's take a listen, shall we? QB with the interestingly titled My Song 32... bracket 1, you know what it's like when you're creating GarageBand songs. Everyone's got a My Song song. Let's jump in and take a listen to some penguin action here. QB, here on Your Music Live. Let's do it. The penguin can rock. Who knew, right? QB does always lift the soul. I played this to my kids last night, and they were just like, "Oh, look at the adorable penguin!" And then they listened to the music. They're like, "This is cool." I think my 11-year-old's exact comment was, "Yeah, I could vibe with this." They're like, "Oh, yeah, you're so cool." So there you go. You have approval from the not only the Your Music Live community, but from an 11-year-old Australian girl. I'm sure that's exactly the target market you're going for. Very, very cool. Hello, James. I don't think I've seen you around before. What a great show. Well, thank you. And this show is all the people that are contributing their music. That's what makes this show super cool. QB rules my world and makes me happy. Yeah. And if you are new, why don't you let us know? Just in the chat here. If you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube for the very first time, put hashtag new. We're right here at the halfway mark. Put hashtag new. All of the regular usual suspects, I'm sure, will say g'day to you, and we'll be very nice and kind to you as well. Exactly, Ed Zed. If you can keep the attention span of an 11-year-old in 2021, you are doing something exceptionally right. And yeah, if you're old or ancient or been here forever, you can put hashtag old. Put a hashtag with how you would describe yourself and your relationship with the channel. Yeah, we've already got Jade there. Decrepit. All right. Okay, before the toilet break, we'll sleep another couple of songs in here before the toilet break. Toilet break is just our intermission that we have here on the show for a comfort stop for me, and so that we can play a tune and have a wee little break here. But let's before we do that, let's listen to something that is super duper cool. We've heard from Joe and Barry Glenn here on the show a few times before. Every time I listen and watch what they're doing, I'm just like, this is what life is all about. This is where I want to be. This is awesome stuff. So once again, we have Joe and Barry Glenn, and this is a cover of a new young classic, "Rockin' in the Free World." And we're going to take a listen to this one here right now on Your Music Live. You're not the toilet break, don't worry, Joe. But let's take a listen to "Rockin' in the Free World." Joe and Barry Glenn doing their thing here on Your Music Live.
There's colors on the street, red and white and blue. People shuffling their feet, people sleeping in their shoes. But there's a warning sign on the road ahead. There's a lot of people saying we'd be better off dead. Don't feel like Satan, but I am to them. So I try to forget any way I can. Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 See a woman in the night with a baby in her hand. There's an old street light.
Yet another one that you just don't want to turn down, right? Rockin' in the Free World. And as you saw there, like the instrumentation. So Joe has been supporting the channel and I think checking out the tutorials on the channel and helping create her songs. And she's got a very similar setup to me, using the Steinberg UR22C, as you could see there, with the iPad, and recording in her recorder and the mandolin and the guitars and multi-tracking it, putting together the video, and it really is just so cool. It is so cool to see. If you're not inspired watching that video and seeing how it's done and listening to that tune, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what we could do for you if that doesn't hit you down. Where? In the cockles, maybe below the cockles, maybe in the subcockle area. But yeah, warm in the cockles of the heart after listening to something like that. Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you much, Barry, for sharing that one. Let's scroll back on up, because still got some catching up to do here to get to all of the tunes that have been submitted. I think I saw Alejandro. I didn't mean to do that. That was weird. I was trying to do Alejandro, and yeah, sorry. That sounded almost borderline offensive that I was trying to do an accent. Alejandro Martinez. This song was recorded on an iPhone 8 in my bathroom. There you go. Without any external microphone or anything. It's the first song I produced and recorded all by myself. The excessive auto-tune is intended. Thanks for letting us know. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Well, I hope we enjoy too. Let's take a listen to this one. Alejandro Martinez with a tune here. What's it called? Stars. A tune called Stars. Let's listen to it live on your music. Oh, it's playing by itself. Come on. There we go. I really don't like the SoundCloud for this. It makes life very difficult. But let's jump over here and take a listen to this track. Now we'll hit this button and hopefully it'll play from the start. Alejandro Martinez with Stars. Yeah, definitely sounds like a nice song, nice melody, liking the beat, and yeah, beautifully drenched in reverb. And yeah, I think as a few folks are saying here, the only thing that I would probably do is it sounds like everything's just turned up a little too loud. You could hear there you were getting some pumping, which was, I think, just taking away from the vocals. It sounds like the vocals are there, but they're a little bit buried, and maybe the bass is a little bit too intense there. So I'd maybe tweak that around a bit. But yeah, for producing in a bathroom in GarageBand on your phone, that's some good stuff. So definitely keep at it, keep creating, keep recording, and keep releasing more music. Definitely got some absolute potential there, and exactly as Russ says here, with a little work, that will come along nicely. Just keep at it, because again, we all start at zero, and every time you produce something, then you're pointing in the right direction, right? You're heading in the right direction. Let's jump in and take a listen to this one here, shall we? So this is Tokyo Wasteland. We've got a DistroKid link. Here you go. Looks like we've got a hyperfollow link for DistroKid, do we? We do. So I showed hyperfollow a couple of weeks ago, but this is a cool. Do we play the preview, or we'll go and find it somewhere else, shall we? So I like it already. You got me. You had me at DeLorean. So this is at Tokyo Wasteland. Dance with me. We can preview it right here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's about the time where I need a voice break and need some extra water as well as a comfort stop. So if you didn't know, when you release with DistroKid, you get something like this. Folks can preview your song, or they can go somewhere to actually listen to it. So we're going to follow through the Google Play YouTube link here and see if we can jump over. See what's gone to Google Play. That's not great. We need to actually get. So I might need to talk to DistroKid because the YouTube link should go to YouTube Music, not to there. Let's instead go to Spotify, shall we, and see if that's going to work for us. Should jump over into Spotify. There we go. Let's take a listen to this. This is "Dance with Me" from Tokyo Wasteland. Let's listen to it live on your Music Live. Eventually. Go. Tokyo Wasteland, Dance with Me, here on Your Music Live. Yeah, I know. That talk about getting it right for the time period, because right now, nothing is cooler than a bit of 80s retro funky vibe, and that definitely had it all going on there. Yeah, that bass synth was huge. Yeah, cool stuff. I'll dance with you. Absolutely. Very nicely done. Very cool indeed. So thank you for sharing. Like, you find some cool stuff here, right? There's so much music out there. It's like ubiquitous. There's just so much going on, and yeah, I love this time. It's one of my favorite times of the week, coming here, hanging out with you wonderful people, and sharing some of the great music that you are producing, because this show is all about you, except when it's not, which is now, because I'm gonna be super self-serving and play one of my tunes. But it's not all me. We've got Jade Star on drums in this one. It is my newest single, and I thought I would give this one a spin for our toilet break. So while I take a quick comfort stop, so feel free to do the same. We've been in here over an hour now. We've got the big second half coming up. Some equally killer tunes coming up in the second half, so don't go too far away. But I'm going to play this tune. It's called Murdering Time, and it's a little tune with Jade Star on drums. It's being released on the 30th of January. It will be available on your Spotify and your Apple Music and all the regular platforms, because our friends at DistroKid make that super easy. And thank you once again to DistroKid for sponsoring Your Music Live each and every week, and helping me bring all of these cool artists to you on this show. So let's jump in and take a listen to this. This is my song, Murdering Time. Jade Star on drums doing her thing as per usual. And I'll take a quick comfort stop and be back with you in 2.5 minutes. Let's take a listen. Senses the darkness, only feeling the pain, only time is behind me, don't have nothing to gain, at the end of my tether. Only one thing to do. I'm murdering time to save myself and others from the thoughts in my mind. I'm murdering time, so I don't end up taking a life. Murdering time. I dream of someday when all my thoughts return to me. Till then I won't stray, for I can't trust myself at all. These thoughts in my head, they spin around like carousel. I may be violent, but I just keep it to myself. There you go. Everyone comfortable? Everyone cool? Yes, the toilet break. I usually play a Jade Star song because she's such a good supporter of the channel, and that one is a Jade Star collaboration that we did together. And as Jade says here, if you want to know the backstory of that one, it was indeed something that we did as a collaboration. I was doing a live stream when I was recording it, and I sent the GarageBand project to Jade while I was recording. She recorded drums on her electronic drum kit, sent it on back during the live stream, and we slotted it back into the track. It was very cool. That's the sort of stuff that goes on around here. And if you want to get more of that, we do even more of that sort of stuff over on Patreon. So if you become a patron of the channel at patreon.com/PeteJohns, you can see a lot more of that behind the scenes and how we do that. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, be out on the 30th of January and you can check it out. And again, thanks to our friends at DistroKid, it all released without a hitch. And we even got Jade Star some of the cred there. So you can use the Teams function in DistroKid to actually share the revenue. So I think I split, at least 20% that went to Jade. I might give her a pay rise. We'll bump her up to 30%, hey? What do you reckon? Give me a thumbs up. Say, yeah, pay rise for Jade in the comments here if you think we should give Jade a pay rise on that song for her epic drumming. And she designed the album art too. So I think that's definitely something we need to do. Alrighty, let's continue on here because we're in the second half and we've got a big second half coming at you. So please don't go anywhere or you'll miss something very cool that you may dig and you may find your new favorite artist right here on the show. You just never know. Let's come in here and take a listen. This is RH Productions, and it's a beat, Wonder Girl type beat made on GarageBand iOS. So we're going to come in here and take a listen and a look at this one right now. This is, we'll come over here. There we go. This is a Wonder Girl Travis Scott type beat. Let's take a listen to it here on Your Music Live.
RH.
That was that's some heavy bass. I think I'm watching my faders here, and I think I actually clipped a couple of times on that one. Very, very cool though. Nice. Yeah, I struggle to make beats like that. That 808, that kicking 808 sound that you had in there. Very, very cool. And yeah, the cover art was very cool too. Love the artistic, creative stuff that goes on around here. It is all very cool. Speaking of artistic and creative stuff, we haven't heard from our friend Pete Bowen for a while. Pete says, recorded on GarageBand, perform with my superstar model wife. I'm required to say that. On a very quiet... Koi Sumai Island in Thailand. It wasn't until after I published this that I discovered Taylor Swift also has a song with the same name. Mine's better. Love it. I legitimately love the sense of humor that folks have in this community. Unless you really do think that it is a better song than Taylor Swift. Well, you know what? It probably is. Sorry, Taylor. I do like Taylor's song "Calm Down." I do like some of her songs. By the way, Facebook seems to have crashed. So if you're watching on Facebook, well, you're not anymore. But we are still live here on YouTube. So hopefully most of you have worked it out and jumped over to YouTube. But I don't know what it is about Facebook. It didn't like one of the songs I played probably, and probably put the kibosh on the stream. So we are not there on Facebook anymore. But for those who are here on YouTube, you should be going gangbusters. Let's jump in and take a listen to this tune here now. This is called The Best Day, and this is our buddy Pete Bowen here on your Music Live. Let's do it.
Coconut, lime, and ice cold beer. A perfect body, lips so near. You've got a way, and I think I should stay. No worry, no hurry, you look so lovely. The sky is blue and I'm lying next to you. This is the best day. 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 No worry, no hurry, and you look so lovely. I can't keep a smile off my face.
There you go, Pete, making us all feel ridiculously envious on the beach there in Thailand. But you know, you got to smile, right? You got to look at that and go, yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, love the vibe. Who's serving the drinks? Dr. Zorda's, sorry. Dr. Zorda's is missing Thailand. Yeah, it's I've not been to Thailand. I've been to Indonesia, but never to Thailand. But that part of the world is beautiful, and yeah, very jealous of people who are living it up in Thailand at the moment. And yeah, how cool is this shirt? I know Pete's got some amazing fashion sense going on there. So thank you for sharing it. Exactly what Ireland is not like at the moment. Nice tune. Absolutely. Yeah, very, very cool. Thank you, Pete, for sharing. And I don't think I've mentioned it, but all of the songs that I've been sharing on this stream are down in the description. So you can jump there right now and you can make sure that you've tagged and linked to and that you listen to all of these tunes. In fact, the one I haven't done is my own. So there you go. I'm not very good. I'm so bad at self-promotion that I have linked everyone else's song that I've played here today except my own song. So I will link that now. There you go. That's saved in there. That's good to go. So thank you, Pete, for sharing that with us. Girl from Paris. I haven't seen that name for quite a while, but I do recall playing one of their tunes in the past, or at least I think I do. And if I don't, well, we're going to find out now anyway. So Girl from Paris has a tune here Observations of Life is the only explanation I've been given here. It's a tune called Middle Class Lady Slave from their Meriden Session EP. This is Girl. Oh, hang on. It's playing something else. Where is it playing it? I've got some audio playing somewhere. Don't you hate it when you do that? I've got audio playing somewhere that I can't find where it's coming. Oh, it's because this tune's already started playing. Okay, let's come in here and give this one a spin here. This is Middle Class Lady Slave from Girl from Paris on Your Music Live. Let's do it. Very cool. Agree. A very catchy beat going on there. Nice beat and vibe. Brian Ferry. A little bit of Brian Ferry. Smooth as silk and the 80s rule. I agree. Yeah, very. A lot of these sort of songs that we're getting at the moment have that sort of lo-fi, not even lo-fi, but sort of retro chill kind of vibe. And yeah, it's very, very popular stuff at the moment. And I like that it's popular because it is funky. Yeah, my kind of stuff. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with that. So yeah, thank you for sharing that one. And again, yeah, if you have shared a song, if you've put one in the link there, we are getting through them, but I'm probably going to still have 50 to 60 songs that haven't been played by the end of this one that was submitted prior to today. So if you're putting a song in today, without being completely defeatist, it's not going to get played, and that's just the way it goes because we have so many different tunes that we not have to get through, but that have been submitted, and it would not be super fair for me to do something that someone submitted right now when people have been submitting things over several weeks. So let's speaking of which, let's jump back and we'll scroll on back. Now, who was that? Girl from Paris. I just need to make sure that I put that in the description. I did indeed. It's all good. All right, let's grab our next tune. This one says this is from The Latter Rain. Says this is a Christian contemporary song. The song is written and produced by Becca Crew and sung by Rahel. The Latter Rain is a music group from Ethiopia founded by a 19-year-old artist called Becca Crew. There you go. This is cool. I just again, I keep saying it. I love the serendipity of the fact that I never quite know what we're going to get here. I hit the button, I hit the play button, and you just never know what you're going to get here. But let's take a look and a listen at this one, The Latter Rain with Not Alone, Rahul's track on Your Music Live.
When my heart is breaking again, when I feel like I'm by myself, you found your way to be in it, walking with me through the fire. When my feet start to slide away, when I can't keep it together, you came through, breaking the wall to hold me again, to hold me tight. If the great I am a truth and nobody, if he knew me before I knew me, I'm letting go. Won't love, won't leave me alone. I'm letting go. Won't love, won't change its tone. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I was crying out in the mountain, but no one dared to get.
Like I say, you just never quite know what you're going to get. And that is one that I'll definitely be returning to and taking another listen to. Not Alone, Rahel's track from The Latter Rain. And again, just to read that through, the song is written and produced by Becca Crew and sung by Rahel. The Latter Rain is a musical group from Ethiopia, founded by a 19-year-old artist called Becca Crew. That is amazing and so well done. So congratulations, and pro, as Peter Jacobs says, pro pop production. That's what you say if you want to test your pop filter. How about that pro? How about that pro pop production right there? Very nicely done. Thank you very much for sharing that one here, and we'll continue on here and find another track. So Barna says, I decided to participate in a remix contest but did not complete my track at the deadline, but I thought the song is good. I'm going to upload it. Okay, let's take a listen, shall we? So this is from Barna. Let's come over here and place the track in and see. We've got another SoundCloud link here. Barna, and it is I love the album artwork on some of this one. This is called Late at Night, Barna remix of Jonas Aiden. Let's come and take a listen to this here on Your Music Live.
Late at night, I bought a ticket, I had you in mind. Make me feel I'm not alone tonight. I'm on my way to your hotel beside. Oh, I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your hotel beside. Can't let go. Will you let me stay the night? Will you let me stay till the morning? Can we dance just you and I? Will you let me stay till the morning?
That's some nice side chaining going on there. If anyone needs to know the definition of side chaining, that's it. That was a cool drop. I really dig that. The suspense in that and that build, and then that boom, and that's Capsalam's kind of Friday night. There you go. Slower, and then there it is. Yes, you did miss your song, but that's okay. You can go back. That's what the replay is all about. You can always go back and check out the replay. There you go. Feet are moving by themselves. The pumping. That was pumping in a good way. I need the link. It's down in the description. Just saved it in, so you'd be very good. would be a popular in the clubs once they're a thing again. Yes, I agree, and it will be a while before I think we'll be in the club. But live music is back here in Australia, and again, similar to watching Pete on the beach in Thailand. Like I look at that and I'm like, good for Pete, and hopefully you think the same here, which is good for this Pete and the artists that got to play, because there's the Summer Sounds Festival happening here in Adelaide at the moment. I think last night might have been the last night, but it's been running for a few weeks now, and it's a music festival. I've got a video coming out about it in the next couple of days, which I'll share on the channel. But everyone was in a separate pod, so you didn't buy a ticket and you didn't get to sort of roam around. You got a pod and then you went in your little fenced off area. So I was there with my family. They brought drinks to your pod. You sat there, you listened, you could dance around in your own pod, you could have a drink, and you could enjoy the music. So I was happiest mostly for the artists, because the joy in the face of these artists that were able to actually perform live again was just amazing to see. And there was I can't remember her name now, Elsie. I'll try. You'll find out. I'll make sure I link to her when I show her. And I'll ask if I can play one of her tunes on Your Music Live, because she's a local Adelaide artist. I won't play one without asking, but yeah, she was a very good performer. And it was Ruel that I saw live, and I didn't know Ruel going in, but he's a very young, very talented performer. Probably more in the teenage girl crowds, if I had to judge by the screams that went throughout his songs. But there you go. So that was a little story of my week and some live music experience that I had. First live music experience in over a year, and it was super fun to do. So yes, hopefully you can be happy for me, and hopefully it means that we're on our way and we can get live music happening around the world in the near future. This too shall pass. Jeremy says, "Hi, thank you for this. My song was written by me. And I've recorded on GarageBand on Mac in my room with one mic. Lol. It's about heartbreak and forgiveness. Heart." Sorry, I added in the lols and the laughs. Sorry, I read things exactly as they're written sometimes. I like to say, "Oh, that made me lol," because I think it's funny, rather than just laughing. You go, "That made me lol." Alrighty, let's jump in and take a listen to this. This is Underwater by Jeremy. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Some help catching my breath. I need some help getting out of this mess. Too many tears riddled with fears. Why am I here? Why does it feel so unclear? It's my fault that I made myself feel this way. Can't undo it now, find my steps and then run away. You can't hear me anyway. Feels like I'm calling, but from underwater falling. But I can't say no to you. Can't say no to you, yeah. Feels like I'm calling, but from underwater falling. But I can't say no to you. Can't say no to you, yeah. You made it clear it's been almost a year. Mess in my head. We were shooting bullets that aren't made of lead. They're made of words, shoutings and bursts, phone calls and texts that felt strange and vexed. You told me we should take a break, it would be better. Don't hesitate, take our time and we'll be okay. But we both knew that wasn't true. You've been using me, throwing me around. Should've learned the first time around that it doesn't always work.
A very hard one to turn down, right? How cool is that? Yeah, I wish I could sing like that. Yeah, a bit of Ed Sheeran vibes. What did someone else say? A bit of John Mayer, maybe. Yeah, that acoustic, that clean acoustic sound. Like, wouldn't you just love to be sitting at like a small pub with that artist on stage singing and playing guitar? You know, it would be a good time. It would be awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Very cool indeed. And as with all the other songs, we will have Jeremy's tune Underwater linked down below, so you can take a closer look and listen in your own time. And I suggest you do that because it sounded gosh darn cool. Alrighty, you know what? We need to break things up a little bit, and we need some happy Ron in our lives, don't we? Don't we? Who wants some happy Ron? Let's play some happy Ron. Now I've got to find happy Ron. Here you go. So Ron says, "I oppose douchebaggery in all its forms." And this is a Happy Ron tune, which is a happy tune because Happy Ron doesn't create anything that's not happy. This is a tune from Happy Ron called Top 5 Things to Say to Douchebags. And we're going to take a listen to it live here, right now, on your Music Live. Happy Ron, take it away.
He says things that make him think he's smart. He says things that have no heart. But how smart can he be to lose all his friends? I wonder if he still thinks that he's smart. Or he says things that really are kind of mean. He thinks that you owe him everything. But how can you owe him for things you did yourself? And how are you to blame for everything? 3. Why don't douchebags ever learn? You piss people off, they don't return. Why don't they ever learn? 2. He says he don't want no drama. You tell him, have you ever heard of karma? You know he has to go, so give him the happy ho and send him back home crying to his mama. One, he says that you used to be friends. You tell him never, ever again. Say back then I didn't know what a douchebag was, and I'll never be that friend again. I'll never ever be that friend again.
There you go. In case you were wondering, the top 5 things to say to douchebags. Well, now you know. Very, very cool. I like that tune because I wrote a similar tune called Never to Blame about the same D-bags that get around there. 20 carats. There you go. You've got the 20 carat salute. And very cool again. Yeah, Happy Ron lyrics, gotta love it. And don't underestimate the musicianship in there too. When you're writing a comedy song, if you don't notice the music, it probably means the music is awesome too. If you're just stuck listening to the words and having fun with the song, then it means that the instrumentation is good. So very cool. I love the bass in that one, that walking bass following it along. Yeah, I agree. 20 carats all the way. Sorry, you got to just mix things up with a bit of Happy Ron in your life, don't you? While we're on the Ron, why don't we do a Ron double feature? Just for fun. So let's jump over to Ron Wolf. Wolfstone Studios says, I lost the original version of this song, There's No Need, in GarageBand after an iOS update. Oh, I feel for you. So I had to recreate it from scratch. My wife and producer, Jen, had a fit after that accident, made me email a copy of every song to myself. As usual, thanks for playing and listening. Yeah, the importance of backing up. Maybe we need to talk about that over the weekend, the importance of backing up. So we'll come and take a listen to this while I'm getting this set up. Huge thank you to Patrick Chandler. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you to me and to DistroKid. Yeah, please give a big shout out to our sponsors, DistroKid, because really couldn't do this show without DistroKid. They help keep the lights on, and now Patrick, you have helped keep the lights on as well. And everyone, again, I do appreciate it. Everyone that donates to the channel, I super duper appreciate. But I know it's tough times at the moment, and not everyone is in a position to do that. But what you can do is hit the like button if you're having a good time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends. If other people are into music, they want to dig it. I think Dr. Zorda said it best. He's like having a party with the family, and he said, forget the radio station, just stick Your Music Live on in the background. You're going to hear a lot more interesting tunes than any radio station going around. Anyway, let's go into the second half of our Ron doubleheader with Wolf Stone Studio here, our buddy Ron Wolf, and a tune called There's No Need. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. You know you've done well when you get my daughter's seal of approval. Digging this, Jade. Very good stuff. Loving the dance. Driving Beat, Joe Glenn there. Yeah, so many talented people out there. Indeed. Yeah, you can imagine that in a film. Totally can. Very much so. Kick it along nicely. Very, very nicely done. All righty. That will... have I linked that? Yeah, but I didn't get the name of the tune. What was it called? There's No Need. And sometimes, I mean, I don't know what the original version was like, but sometimes recreating things is not exactly the worst thing ever. Either. Like sometimes it's actually cool that that you can actually do something different, and sometimes you'll do it better. And you know what? There's no going back. No one's invented any time machines yet that helps you actually go back in time and change things if you do lose something like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That you got to keep moving forward, don't you? There is no going back. There is only forward. Alrighty, let's take a listen to another tune. This is an artist that we've not played before. Yeah, thank you, Ron, for that one. The Ron doubleheader. Maybe we need to do Ron back to back in the future. This is from JX Trey. It says it's about being in the middle and end of a relationship. Right. Okay, middle and end. So let's come in here and give this one a listen. This is JX Trey, and it is a song called Shine. And let's take a listen to it here on Your Music Live. It's already started. Okay, let's go back to the start and listen from the start on Your Music Live. Let's go.
it's okay, baby, it's okay. Don't worry about me, cause you know I'ma stay. You don't shine no more. Now that you're mad, you gon' leave through the front door. Now that you're mad, I'ma go and export. I don't know what you want me for. Baby broke down me to my only core. Now my heart broken and it's kinda sore. We gon' be on the sea, she be smiling. She be doing crazy stuff, she be wildin'. Why you keep asking for so much more? No matter what you do, you keep getting what you ask for. Ask for, don't tell me what's wrong. Not like I care, I don't know where you're from. Treat me like trash, you gon' use me and dumb. I'ma go on my paradise and you can't come. I don't know, baby, I don't know. Make out a song and I'll make it go wrong. She makes me wanna explode.
Very nicely done. Very cool. Differential equations. Nice. Extremely cool. Yeah, dig that. I normally don't play too many tunes that have the parental advisory warning on there. I was getting my kids to help me go through some tunes last night, and a few I hit play and I'm like, you know what? I don't mind the occasional well-placed expletive where it needs to be, but when you hit play and it's just like expletive after expletive. But that one was cool. That was funky. That had a really cool beat, very nice flow, and yeah, exceptionally well produced. So JX Trey, Shine there on Your Music Live. Definitely check it out. Yeah, fell in love with the artwork. How good was that artwork? Like, how cool is that? Like, check it out. Yeah, a little spaceman being electrocuted for some reason with some rays of light going on in there. Yeah, very cool. Nicely done, and yeah, good lyrics and good stuff there. Nice beat and vocals. Another impressive one indeed. Let's continue on, shall we? We've got a few more orchestra clips. I've seen you hanging out. I've seen you around here. And I think we played a tune of yours a couple of weeks back, and I'm pretty sure I got one here in the list. So we are going to jump around a wee little tiny bit. And why don't I play this? Because I think you did. What did you do? Yeah, you did a Lion King cover. So let's change things up. Let's go a little different direction and take a listen to this. So this is I Just Can't Wait to Be King, an orchestral cover from our friend Orchestra Eclipse. Who likes the Lion King? Hands up. Put your hands in the air and wave them like you do. Is there a lion emoji? See if you can search that one out. Find some lion emojis. And as we take a listen to this one, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, an orchestral cover in GarageBand here on Your Music Live. Just can't wait to be king. Very nicely done. I love it. Good stuff from Orchestra Eclipse there. Let's put this here in the chat, in the description. Orchestra Eclipse. And yeah, jump over it because Orchestra Eclipse has got some fun stuff. Some cool little covers there done in GarageBand. We'll just make sure we've got the link there. Boom. There you go. You can go and listen to that and other recreations of other tunes. So thank you for sharing there. Yeah, there you go. We do have lion emojis, you can see. Lions for the win. There you go. So yeah, if you're here for the first time and you're wondering how it all works, well, all you need to do is grab the link. It's at studiolivetoday.com/YML, or you can check the link that is pinned right here in the chat or down in the description, and then you can submit your tune. And just beware that there is a backlog, usually 2 to 3 weeks, for tunes to be played, and they do need to go through the vetting process. Like I say, I vet them. Last night I had some help. I had 2 little helpers from my kids who were helping me vet the songs, and most of them got through. As soon as I saw a parental advisory, I'd turn the volume down and just have a quiet listen. and then go, yeah, no, that one's not going to be appropriate. And that's kind of the thing. Like we're not G-rated around here. It doesn't have to be for kids. Like I said, if there's an appropriately utilized and placed expletive in a song, I'm not going to look down on it. But you know what? If it's about violence, if it's about drugs, if it's about things like against particular people, basically, don't be a hater. Be cool. Be cool. And the subject can be something provocative, but there's a difference between provocative and just out and out nasty. And again, I'll take editorial ability here. Let's continue on and play another song, shall we? This one is from Guitar Loss. This song is inspired by an old TV show, The Odd Couple, recorded on GarageBand. I used a Fender Jaguar, hence the name Jaguar. Let's take a listen to this one here now. This is from G-Loss. Oh yes, G-Loss. It said Guitar Loss and it's G-Loss. I have seen you here in the chat today. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? Jaguar from G-Loss here on Your Music Live. Very cool indeed. I had my microphone up for that, so you probably heard me clicking along. Great musicians, jazzy vibes, and yeah, schmoozy. I like it a lot. Fender Jaguar is on the list. Nice tones, good tune, and a nice vid. Very nicely done. Hello, Colony 3 Music, cool tunes. Yeah, I know. Very, very nicely done from the crew here. We've had, as always, we've had a lot of really good submissions. A bit jazzy, a bit of a swing beat. Very nice indeed. Josephine, I am doing well, thank you. Tubular Review, thanks for dropping in and saying good day. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here and helping me. My song, I don't know what that means. Sorry, but yeah, there you go. I love the scenery when you get stuff like that too. Very nicely done. And there you go. You need to go and watch the Metalhead Hippie show after this show. Bit of a cross promotion there. So that was G-Loss, and did we put it in there? Did we put it? We did. It's in there. Jaguar from the Odd Couple. Did you get a bit of an Odd Couple vibe from that one? I don't know. Alrighty, let's find our next tune. Says Waiting. Sometimes a song just happens. A couple of chords, a word or two, and pretty soon it's complete, and you're not really sure how you got there. This is such a song. For what it's worth, I think the other guy did it. All recorded in GB. Very cool. Yeah, sometimes you have that weird thing where you have that second personality that seems to create the songs, and then you come back and you're like, oh, that's weird, isn't it? That this song was created and you barely even remember being there and being part of the process. But maybe that's just me. But clearly other folks have the same sort of thing. Let's jump in and take a listen to this. This is Bogart 911 with a tune called Waiting. And let's take a listen. There is no more waiting. Let's take a listen to it now live on Your Music Live. That's cool. That's some darkness. That's sort of like the alternate to Murdering Time, the tune that I played of mine earlier. It's like yeah, if you wanted to be creepy, but yeah, it was very. I liked the chorus there and the pre-chorus and stuff were really interesting, weren't they? Like the la 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 la, la like the background stuff. Yeah, it does. It keeps you on on your toes, like edge of your seat kind of stuff. A bit of prog rock, metal. Yeah, exactly. Almost an operatic murder ballad again. Very similar to what yeah, again. Very cool. I think Arnie G sums it up well. Very cool indeed. And yeah, full production story, full production and edgy. I know, right there on the edge. It just sort of had you there on your edge. What we are over time, and I'm running out of voice, and we have a big weekend of live on the channel here. So I do need to head off in a little bit. But why don't we try and get maybe a couple more tunes in here? What do you reckon? We can sneak a couple under the bar here before we finish up. Yeah, let's try anyway. We'll see. And then, yeah, we've got some other things going on. Joey Helpish is over there remixing one of my tunes, so you can check that one out as well. And we've got Metalhead Hippie, who will go for about 14 hours because he likes to do very, very long, very, very long streams. Alrighty, let's come in here and find our next tune, shall we? We've missed that one. There we go. Right, so we've got Astro Jackson. It's just an amazing feel-good vibe song. I think a lot of people would truly enjoy. Plus, I watch all your vids all the time, and I think it would be super cool to have my song on here. Well, that's what we're going to do right here and right now. So this is Astro Jackson. We'll bring it up here. We've got a YouTube link here. Oh, we're flying in a plane, and it is a tune called Mad Max with 2 X's from Astro Jackson. Let's take a listen to it, shall we? Here together live on Your Music Live.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah. Hopping out the roads. Oh.
Hey, yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
Hopping out the Rolls Royce, peeking off the Adderall, jamming Mad Max, trying to catch up on her catalog. Know you made a poor choice, you wishing you could have it all. Yeah, hey. Walking down the road, chopper stay on go, in case I gotta leave me a stain. Taurus at your throat, I thought you called me hoe. Yeah, I must have lost my brain. Hold on, mama, think I found a steady income. But if I don't get this pack on, then it's gonna be a stick up. Pull up to his kickback, turn it to a kick front. We don't do no kidnap, cause Jody leave his...
Nice beats. You got some 808 vibes going on there. You got some nice, I like the imagery there of the plains of the city. Very, very edgy, very nice, very hard beat, and very cool. So yeah, urban swing, right? It's got a little bit of that vibe to it. Like I don't, as you probably know, if you've watched this show, if you know me and you know the channel here, it's not exactly the sort of music that I listen to, but that's okay because we have all different styles, and I actually like discovering. I've discovered so many different styles, like some different artists. Losing them off the top of my head, but like the Grove Teague, who had I'm losing it. No, see, this is what happens after 2 hours. This is why my shows can only be 2 hours because they go downhill like this. Yeah, those 808s were just like banging 808s, sounding good, doing the thing. 808s, is that equivalent to drill? Yeah, it does. It really hits you hard, doesn't it, when you have the 808s, especially the tuned 808s. And hip hop seems to be coming so. I mean, hip hop is popular. It's popular music. Oh, when I was at the music festival the other day, yeah, all the music being played in between the music was very similar to that. And look, it's not always my vibe, but I can appreciate all different types of music. And I think that is the point of this show. That's what it's all about here, is different music and different people sharing different music. All right, why don't we grab a couple more tunes before we finish up here, shall we? So let's grab this one from Beckham. It says, Like Before was written and recorded in 2 days and was influenced by 90s pop punk and 80s new wave. The song is about living a stale life and wanting to live how you did in the past. Something that I think many of us can probably relate to right now. Let's come in and take a listen to this. Beckham with Like Before here on Your Music Live.
Up and I'm feeling like okay again, 'cause everything's the same. Time wasting all this time, I know, but I can't help it. Waiting days are fading, nothing changes. I can't help myself from waiting the same. I don't know if it is for sure, but I just wanna live like before. There's not much to do anymore. What on earth has life become? Where did all of this come from? I don't know, but I think I've had enough. Say or do again. There's nothing left in me, and I'm one of all the people I can take.
There you go, Beckham with Like Before here on Your Music Live. Like the fusion of pop punk with bass synth, unique sound. I know, right? And this is the thing. You go from one extreme to the other and yeah, exactly. On the radio, you could totally hear that on the radio and go, yep, 100%. Anthemic. That's the second use of the word anthemic. Anthemic. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Yeah, really nicely done. A touch of Ash. Yeah, who remembers Ash? The great band from the 90s. Very cool. Yeah, very, it says, I'm already vibes of Ash if you know the early 90s. Yeah. Do you remember the time when you would go from Mars? I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, right. Yeah, very, very cool. Love it. And I love everyone who's been here and has shared music today. It's been a roller coaster ride, as always, of a whole bunch of different types of music, different songs, different genres, different levels. That's the thing. Some people are just starting out. Some people are at song 1, some are at song 10, some are at song 100. But hopefully, the whole point of this show is to showcase the music and the journey and to help people along the way. I know, and thank you for your patience. I know a lot of folks have submitted songs that haven't been played. You submitted them 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I do try to mix things up, so it doesn't mean we play them exactly in order. But yeah, we will get there, and we'll play as many as we possibly can. So thank you for your patience. And I apologize. I know some folks jump in here and they're like, play my song, play my song, play my song. And I really don't get it. I mean, I do get it, but I don't get it. I don't understand what would make someone think that I'm going to stop playing the queue of songs of patient people that have been waiting for 3 weeks and just play a random song by someone that I haven't even checked out before. Again, it kind of baffles me, but it kind of doesn't. But what it says to me is that we need patience, people. We need patience, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. There's the old saying, it took me 20 years to become an overnight sensation. Like, no one gets there in one time, and I think, it's an indicator of society. Anyway, we're going down a really weird track that we don't need to go down, but thank you. What I mean to say is thank you for your patience. Now, what we're going to finish with here today, of course, you knew that we were going to finish with some Polish rap, right? About Van Gogh. Yeah, you heard me. This captured my imagination this week when I was checking it out yesterday. As I said, I was hanging out with my kids and we were checking some of the music ready for the show, and we heard this, and it is a rap song in Polish from an artist called Matty Rosen, and it is about his favorite artist. Matty says this: it's a Polish rap song about my favorite artist, Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it. I've written it in a rush, but it happened to be one of my best songs ever. It includes some Norwegian lines and Polish vibe. I hope you like it. And big thanks for the tutorial on DistroKid. That's how I made it to your channel. So there you go. The serendipity of someone checking out DistroKid tutorials to release their music, coming over to the channel, now sharing their music with you. It's just a match made in heaven, isn't it? DistroKid for the win. And thank you again to DistroKid for sponsoring the show here today. This will be our final tune, a little bit of Polish-Norwegian rap in your life. See, that's what people come here to Your Music Live for. Let's take a listen to this. Van Gogh by Matty Rosen here on Your Music Live.
Van Gogh ze mną jest, noszę go na głowie. Van Gogh był the best, mam go na fonie. Van Gogh ze mną jest, noszę go na głowie. Van Gogh był the best, mam go na fonie, hej. Biorę pędzel i maluję swoje życie tak jak drzewo migdałowe. Niebawem tutaj zakwitnę. Owoce mojego kwiatu sprawił, że to zło zamiknie. Także skupiam się na tekście, pora ćwiczyć swoje skille. Jak wracam na chatę, no to piszę nowy sonet. Autorskie neony przyjęły się całkiem dobrze. Sięgam po błękitną wodę, zrobię z tym co mogę. Szukam głębi w tekstach niczym Bożą Nuno Gomez. Znowu ciągnie mnie inercja za oknem Starry Night. Mimo zimnej nocy jeszcze nie ma szybkich aut. Sprawdzam ile procent na Spotify leci white. Odpalam teraz YouTube'a, chyba pora jest na trap. Ficken i det fra allt som är gal. Det som har skett, det hard var sorg. Van Gogh var flaggerik, du vill det ha. Askalmar över den, min fana är glad. Van Gogh ze mną jest, noszę go na głowie. Van Gogh był the best, mam go na fonie. Van Gogh ze mną jest, noszę go na głowie. Van Gogh był the best. Ej, znowu daję porwać się holenderskim dziełom. Podziwianie i szukanie sztuki jest już moim credo. Nie pytaj czy chcę, nie pójdę z tobą na melo. Siedzę w domu pełen spokój, raczej się impresją.
There you go. Exactly. Expanding our heart. Can't begin to understand the lyrics, but this is cool, right? Spicy. Va, va. And as Joe says, yeah, we won't know if it's explicit. I know that's another loophole. There's two loopholes here. If you make a song under 2 minutes, I'll probably play it in its entirety. And if you swear in another language, I won't be able to tell. But yeah, how cool was that? Exactly. Something very different to finish up. And like I said, I wanted something different. I wanted something interesting to finish up. And yeah, we got Van Gogh in the house. So yeah, I thought that was super cool. And going to share this with my Polish friends. I don't think I know anyone from Norway. The flow sounds great. Yeah, very, very cool. And that, like all of the other tunes, are linked down. We've got through maybe 40 here today. A lot of tunes. And if you want to check out even more tunes, there's a couple of things. You've got options here right now. So there's two things you can do. You can go do. If you want to see Joey Helpish remixing my tune, let's go. Let's cross live. Let's do this weird live Inception kind of thing. And we'll jump over here and we'll check out Joey Helpish doing his thing. I'm going to share the link here. I'm going to throw it in the comments here. So that'll go out to you now. And so you can follow that link and come here with me now. But why don't we check in with what Joey's doing? I'm not even sure what song he's doing right now from my album, but he's remixing all the songs from my album, Selfish Aware. So let's jump on over to Joey Helpish's channel and check out live what's going on over there. Oh, he's doing Drinking With You. He's remixing Drinking With You live.
Drinks, I was happy to stay, but the truth is there's nothing that I'd rather do than spend some time drinking with you.
So there you go, Joey is doing his thing over there, and he's remixing my song "Drinking with You." And I know, Joe, you said that you'd like to do a version of this as well. So if you do want to get versions of all my songs and do what Joe is doing here, do some remixing, make your own versions, become a patron, because I share most of the GarageBand projects of my songs, and all of the songs from my 2018 album Selfish Aware. All the full GarageBand projects are available for you to tweak and change to your heart's content. So if you want to jump jump on over there. You can go and check that out. The other place that you may want to go is to the Metalhead Hippie. So if you want some more Your Music Live type stuff, jump on over to the Metalhead Hippie. He'll be over there doing his live thing, and we'll put the link to that one here as well. Yeah, that was a bit of liveception, as Tom Rochelle's saying. Yeah, so there's a couple of options that you have there. I've dropped those links there if you want to go and check out Joey remixing my song. I'll probably jump over there for a while now if you want to join me there, and then you can jump over to the Metalhead Hippie and see what's going on there. Thank you. Yes, it's been amazing talents as always, and another great show here on Your Music Live. Thank you one more time to everyone for being here and for all of your support. Please hit the like button if you had some fun here. Share it with your friends, share it with other independent music creators or just people that you think will dig checking out some independent music. Big thank you to DistroKid. Remember, use the link there. You can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan and release your music to the world. That is going to do it, as we say at the end of every show. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep creating. Rock on!